Hello, everyone. I hope folks are having an absolutely fantastic Wednesday. So, for folks who are joining us on today's stream, like I mentioned last time I streamed, I'm trying out a new schedule where I'm streaming twice a week and splitting my time between tabletop-focused stuff and some just good old-fashioned video games. So, on today's stream, the Thursday stream, we are going to be back with a tabletop focus. So, for folks who joined last time for my Adventures in Crab game, we'll certainly be continuing that this weekend, and I am really excited for that. But for today's stream, we're going to be keeping it nice and chill, and we're going to be playing one of my favorite tabletop games, which is Wingspan. We're going to be playing some games in Board Game Arena today, as you can see here, going up against the real sharks of the Wingspan world. So you might be wondering, why I might choose to play in Board Game Arena versus the also excellent Wingspan app, which exists. There's really a few reasons. I mean, obviously, the biggest downside to playing here is that we don't have access to expansion content. Like, that definitely stinks because the expansions for Wingspan are all really good. But here you have some additional options when creating a game that are really nice. You can remove some of the more overpowered cards from the game, such as the ravens, the gull, the killdeer. They've also banned the wood duck, which I personally don't know that I necessarily agree with. The wood duck is obviously the 5th best card in the base set, but I don't know that it is quite on the level of the ravens and the Franklin's gull and the killdeer. But it is nice to be able to remove those, as those are really swingy for games, especially if they show up in your starting hand. The real key, though, is the fact that you can set the game speed to fast. In the digital client for the app, players have 5 minutes to complete their turns, which can lead to just extremely long games if people aren't there and taking turns. Here, with 2 minutes to take your turn, give or take, the games go by much more quickly, and you're able to get more games in, which I really appreciate. So we're going to go ahead and start looking for a 3-person game and see if there's anyone out there who wants to play some Wingspan. For folks who have joined in the chat, feel free to chime off if you played this game before. If you're new to Wingspan, I'm happy to, I'm exposing myself here. My quit rate has gotten a little bit bad. I have a bad habit of starting games on my lunch break and then having to get back to work in the middle. But we've got a 3-person game here against some very strong opponents. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting one. So both these folks are quite high elo. You can see my score there. Trying to get over that 300 threshold. We'll see what we can do today. So looking at the starting hand, I'm immediately seeing some good synergy between the falconer gull and these two birds here. It's not the best starting hand in the world, but we can definitely make it work. If the mallard makes it around to me, we're definitely going to pick that up to get some better card draw early. Looking at the goals, we want a lot of birds in our wetlands. Eggs, of course, are going to be the focus since it's the base set here. Ground nests and bowl-shaped nests, which I don't have access to a ton of immediately. So I think we're probably going to push pretty hard to try and play a lot of birds in our wetlands and see if we can do well on this goal as well, since those first two don't seem to be working out great for us. Red-shouldered hawk is an easy pick, cheap, get momentum in our forest immediately. This is really tempting with falconer. It would be worth a lot of points. I'm not 100% sure it's worth it, though. I think it's a greedy pick, which, you know, I'm going to be a little bit greedy today. And then I like to just get a cheap bird out. This is a great nest type for our first round end goal. It's cheap, and it's going to let us start turning eggs into additional card draw, just in case that mallard doesn't come our way. Against strong players, I feel like the mallard's absolutely going to get snapped up by the person who goes before me. So we're going to do that. We're going to ditch fruit and also a seed. And then we should keep the rodent, so we'll get fish back, maybe, if that doesn't get rerolled. But that's feeling like a good start. And with that, we'll keep the falconer bonus card, and we're off to the races. That's a nice first play. Get that engine going. But that's going to allow us to pick up the mallard, which I will definitely take advantage of. Mallard's a really strong card if you can play it early. Getting that extra card draw gives you a big card advantage, especially with a fairly mediocre starting hand like this. So that's a really good pickup. I'm actually quite pleased and a little surprised we managed to get that. Alright, and with that, we're going to get our hawk and our mallard played over these next couple of turns. I'm going to get the mallard down first, so we can pick up some cards. And once we have the hawk down, if we pick up bad cards, we can start burning those for extra food. Black Tern is a pretty good play early. That Star Nest is going to be helpful for these nest counting goals early on. What I've found is you need to be able to commit to and win at least one round end goal to be able to win these high level games. So we'll see how these early ones are shaking out. We might be able to snag ground nests depending on what we have right now, but we'll just have to see. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and play this. Feeling pretty good about that, and we'll take advantage of this bird feeder if no one else is gonna clear it out. Kind of not surprised. I feel like you usually don't start with birds that need these food. For those of you who are wondering what I'm sipping on, I've got a non-alcoholic IPA that I have poured into a cute wine glass. So it's very refreshing. It's pretty hot where I am. So I figured a little drink treat would be the mood. All right, it's back over to us. Let's see, what are we working with here? I'm gonna take a turn to draw. So I don't think I want to get rid of either of these cards. I like the Savannah Sparrow though. I think I'm gonna pick that up. And then we'll draw from the decks. I'm not crazy about either of these. Okay. Alright, we're drawing into some good birds here. Thinking we'll probably prioritize getting some more of these ground nests down. That's a nice double play there. Maybe see, I guess it's eggs in ground nests, not birds with ground nests. We'll just have to see. I think for now, we'll get the chickadee out. That will unlock our access to double food. So, egg turn. Let's go ahead and grab... Grab fish. I don't think this is giving us as much utility as I thought now that we have that mallard. I kind of want to free this bird feeder up. Honestly, we need the reroll. The ibis will come later. Hello, DNA Carlos. We are indeed birding it up. What is your favorite bird? Do you have a favorite bird? Alright, we'll grab this so we can play the chickadee. Well, Carlos, you're gonna learn today, because this game is all about birds and wonderful bird facts. Even though I play this kind of sweatily, at the end of the day, it is a cute bird collection game that is about celebrating our feathered friends. For instance, did you know that red-shouldered hawks hunt from a perch, swooping down when prey is nearby? I feel like that's not that exciting of a fact. Alright, my opponents are definitely playing well. I mean, massive bowl nest. That'll be really nice for round 2 and for round 5. I always forget how good migratory birds are in the base set. But we're just gonna plug along and play our little engine. So let's get some eggs out here first. Get the chickadee out. That's not a bad pickup, honestly. That'll help towards both of these goals. And we do have a lot of card draw. Throwing down some cheap birds. It's really the way to do it. We're gonna follow their example. Getting to 2 food dice by the end of the first round is a pretty good position to be in. Honestly, I mean, we'll see if I'm in a position to win round 1. If so, we'll focus on an egg turn just to grab those points. And if not, honestly, I'm just going to keep drawing cards. So yeah, obviously we're trailing in points right now, but we have pretty good infrastructure built. We have good card draw, we have good food. Okay, so they're both at 2. Spastado overtake me? No, they are at capacity. So honestly, we're gonna go ahead and just grab this first round end goal. I think that is a pretty good play. The thing with these rounding goals is they do kind of accelerate in their value later in the game, but you really just got to look at them from kind of a marginal gain. Like at this point, it's a marginal gain of 3 points, and we've denied them 4 points. So that's like a 6 to 7 point swing in the grand scheme of things. And those margins don't change, even though the point values increase. So really, you're just punished for not listening to the goals later. But winning a first round goal can be quite strong when you really think about it from that marginal perspective. Oh, this bird has the best fact in the game. These ducks really do whistle. The whistling duck. All right, let's play some Wingspan. Who do we want to pick up here? Painted White Star is a pretty good pickup. I think I'm gonna... This is also tempting me, but I think I'm gonna pick up the White Star. I do need a bull nest out there, so we'll be greedy. We'll pick this up too. And draw from deck. Ooh, Kelly Quail, not bad. At this point, it's kind of feeling like I'm building a food engine. So probably gonna ignore this, build my food engine, and then try to pick up some wetlands birds that I can play in round 3. California Quail's not... Ooh. That Broadwing Hawk is also really tempting. Cheap card, 6 points for me. That's pretty good. And I already have the food for it. Well, they made the decision for me. That's okay. Barrow's Goldeneye. I love this card. I think this is one of the best cards in the game. It counts for so many bonus cards. Great passive. That tempts me mightily. We're going to pick up the Barrows. We're going to keep our eggs because we're pretty egg limited right now. Just take the free draw from the Mallard. Okay. It's just the better quail. Red Start would probably be overkill at this point, but that'll be nice for, honestly, any of my opponents who decide to pick it up. So we'll get the White Start out, and then the Barrows. And then hopefully that defeats the need to take another egg turn this round. God, I keep getting tripped out by this player's name being Wood Duck, because the Wood Duck is banned in this version of the game. And so I keep seeing that and being like, wait, I thought we got rid of that card. Ooh, we have good Barrows food. Honestly, I'm just gonna take advantage of this good bird feeder. Hopefully get a hunt done here. Nope. Yeah, in an ideal world, I would have played the White Start and then just gotten all the food I need in one go. But the fact that the fish was there, I don't know. I think I'd rather take 2 suboptimal turns rather than risk it. I tend to be a pretty risk-averse player, though, when I play these games. Alright, so let's get the rest of the way there to our barrows and hopefully pick up another invertebrate so that we can get the white start out. Perfect. And hey, maybe our hawk will hunt this time. Come on, buddy, you got this. He did not got this. He'll get him next time. I believe in you, red-shouldered hawk. Even if your fact is mid. My opponents are definitely taking off. I'm hoping I'll be able to make those points up with some of these big point cards that I'll be playing later. I also just haven't put many eggs out, so at least Spastido's score is kind of inflated by the fact that they've just completely filled their board up with eggs, which doesn't leave them much to do in the last round. Alright, we're gonna get our barrows out. That's gonna be potentially very helpful just for those passive eggs. Because right now, our egg turns are just really weak. Haha! Wood Duck knows what's up. Thank you, Wood Duck. It's just a good card. I don't know what it is. I mean, I think it's because it counts for every bonus card under the sun, and it has a strong power. Like, I don't know. This thing wins games. It can win games. It's fun. We actually got someone who's a little chatty here. It's usually a little dead on Board Game Arena. And yes, we stand the gender neutral language. Okay. I agree. So strong, so... And I am inclined to listen to the... I don't know that the ELO goes past 500 in this game, so I'm inclined to listen to the player who's like maxed out their ELO. Okay. Question I'm asking myself right now is like, do I really need the white start at this point? I could risk it on this reroll and hope what I need for the... I feel like I have to. We're gonna do it. We're gonna risk it on the reroll. Well, actually, yeah. Yep, so we need... Okay. Alright. Dice gods, please. Fruit and seed. Let's go. Ah, yes. Ask and you shall receive. That is honestly really good for us. And come on, the hawk! Ah, round of applause, folks. The hawk actually did something. We're so proud of him. Yeah, so we're gonna ditch the white start. We'll play the grosbeak. And just punt on this round angle. That's okay. There was no way we were going to beat Spastados. Now, as a just quick reminder for myself, the one thing I'm not doing is looking for falconer birds. I guess they just haven't really shown up, so that makes me actually happy that I held on to the ibis. We're gonna play you. And hopefully we don't get disconnected. I like Board Game Arena, but it can be a little bit of a wonky interface. Though, I'll be honest, if they ever added the expansions to this, like, I would never go back to the app, at least for playing against randos. The app is very delightful to put on my TV, though, and play games with my partner. So if folks ever ask me what my favorite bird is, I feel like it might be the California quail. If you've ever seen these things in real life, they are actually just adorable. They're like this big, and they just bob around, and they have the goofy little head feather on them when they walk, and they make very silly noises. All around high quality bird. Oh, the Swainson's tempts me. That's pretty good. Alright, this is where the Barrows really starts paying off, because we have avoided an egg turn for anything I want to play in here, which is awesome. I think I'm gonna take a turn to draw the Swainsons. Or not. Once again, Wood Duck knows what's up. Catbird. Situationally strong. I don't think great for my board. Oh, we're so egg limited right now. Let's get some cards. Get some food. Ugh, this bird feeder is bad though. We need invertebrate seed. We don't need any of this. Alright, I'm gonna draw some cards. Let's see what we top deck here. Okay, Grasshopper, Sparrow, and... okay, that's good. This is definitely getting played. And we've got some good fodder, too. Honestly, though, you can tell I've been playing a lot of Oceania because I'm talking like I'm going to get all these cards played, and there's just absolutely 0% chance. I've got to cool this down a little bit. I want to get the Ibis out. I want to get the Merganser out. I think that's probably going to be the focus of the rest of this round for me. And then we'll see what we have left over to maybe get the Cuckoo out, or focus on these egg birds. I do feel like this player is assuming I'm playing at perhaps a higher level than I am. It's always fun playing the pros, though. I actually put together the description for this stream a little bit ironically, like, oh, we're gonna play with the pros, and turns out we are gonna play with the pros. So I'm excited to see how I do. Okay. Now some of these things take wilds, so. Much as I love the Cali Quail, this is not getting played. Alright, that's a much better bird feeder. Definitely take that. Invertebrate, we'll get it free seed. I'll be slightly obnoxious in the chat here. Yeah, we'll play the Merganser. That'll give us more places to put eggs with the goldeneye. That's nice. That's a very good forest they've got going there. This would have been nice if I could have picked it up earlier. Ugh, more bonus cards. So good. That is definitely one area I'm slacking behind these guys. Some bonus cards. Like, I'm at least gonna do well on the one I have, but it would be nice to, like, play one in top deck Wetland Scientist, or I guess that's my best bet so far, is Wetland Scientist. Oh, we went from an amazing bird feeder to an absolutely terrible one. Sometimes that's just how life goes. Okay. We could get enough to get the cuckoo out, which would be strong. I don't have enough eggs to make it happen, though. Now we're gonna put out the scaled quail. And maybe if I somehow get close to getting 2 eggs, because people lay a lot of eggs, maybe I could get the ibis out this round, but it's not looking likely. So I'm just gonna opportunistically look for stuff to get these 2 cards out. If good bird feeders show up, we'll try to take advantage of them. Otherwise, we'll just play these egg birds and do the Wingspan classic, which is spam a bunch of eggs in the last round. best feeder. Actually, we can make this work. Don't love that. We'll take the fish, though. I don't have any fish. Alright, red-shouldered hawk. Let's show us what you got. There we go. See, that's what a little encouragement will get you. Winning this round end goal would have been really nice, but oh my god, the puffin. Oh, these guys are pros for a reason. They're playing a ton of good cards. It's very interesting, because I feel like high-level discussion of this game definitely, I don't want to say overemphasizes the, like, prominence of eggs, but folks who are watching this game are seeing the terror of a good forest engine. I mean, this is, I guess, powered by an egg strategy with a crow, but I think food can really be the way to go to win these games, depending on, you know, a lot of factors, of course, but I have very much come around to how good food strategies can be as I've played this game more. Alright, we have no eggs. We're gonna lay some eggs. Well, good cards. Probably not worth wasting a turn drawing them, though. I think we'll probably play the cuckoo to see if we can parasitize as aggressively as possible in this last round, although I don't know how much egg laying is actually going to be going on. I think people are going to be playing birds. Maybe I just go degen here. Okay, 6, 8, 11 max. This person, yeah, puts me ahead of them. Yeah. I think the play is to skip the cuckoo. Savannah into grasshopper. And then play the white paste ibis on the last turn. So with the double rodents, we'll still have enough to play that. I really did just play this like an Oceania game. It's so funny. For folks who aren't as familiar with the Oceania boards, the egg lane is heavily nerfed, so you're much more likely to build tall rather than wide. Whereas base game, you can get eggs pretty easily if you're not a dingus like me this game. And violet green, sure. That puts them at 7. Oh, I made my decision. We're all in on eggs. Yeah, if we can actually win this final round end goal, we'll see. Oh man, this person is so far ahead. A lot of good birds. Guess that's the power of an early crow. There are those free eggs we love so much. That'll help us play our ibis. Ooh, okay. Well. Beat me now. 7, 9. I'm still ahead. Okay. Okay, let me just think about this. Okay, I have 3 turns. I'm gonna lay eggs for 2 more turns and then play a bird. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So we'll leave 2 slots open. We can start discarding these. So we have enough to just play the ibis on its own. And depending on how well my opponents did on their bonus cards, I feel like I put up a pretty good fight here, especially if I take this. This is kind of, honestly, I would say completely contingent to me winning at this point. What's green max out at? 2, 4, 5, yeah. I mean, they have 2 turns left. I could get overtaken, but can't say I didn't try. The UI always fakes me out on that. I'm like, oh, they're playing this card? No, they're actually hunting this card. Alright. Let's do another lay turn. Which I lost rodent. Lay one more. sparrows did a ton for me this game, honestly, despite how hyped I was. Honestly, I'd chalk it up to the mallard. Getting that early card draw just makes such a huge difference in this game, especially on the baseboard. Makes sense. All right, let's cap off with this ibis. This was a pretty tight game, though. This was a good game of Wingspan. For those of you watching at home, this is... Can't ask for much better than that. Oh, that is great. Alright, let's see. I wrote it. Yeah, viticulturalist. I like viticulturalist. So we got Wood Duck's score beat. That's good for me. We'll take it. Not bad. Oh man. If I actually win this, though, my elo's gonna get a great bump. Ooh, that's not good. I think they've got me on this one. Yeah, shoot, good game. Take the little 7 bump there. That's a Wingspan game against some very strong opponents. Honestly, I think that game really highlighted the power of winning out end of round goals. And I think my main issue, honestly, was just taking a little bit too long to get off the ground. Playing too many kind of cheap engine building cards and not really taking advantage of it. And I'll just say this. If that hawk had hunted every time, I would have won. So, always encourage your hawks to hunt. Alright, folks, we're going to take a brief intermission, and I'll be back and play one more game before we wrap up the stream. We'll be right back. Hello everyone, welcome back. For those of you who are sticking with us, we're gonna do another wonderful game of Wingspan. Alright, another set of great players. Let's see what we can do. Alright, not loving this starting hand. Deep Star Nest is not that great from the Bush Tet. Fishery Manager, Breeding. I don't like Breeding Manager much. We'll probably try to do Fishery. Well, Cheap Forest Bird. That synergizes well with this goal. Probably just gonna completely ignore this goal. Actually, this is where I'm learning. This is where I'm remembering how to play the base set. White Crown Sparrow is pretty bad in all other formats of Wingspan, but it's gonna be good in this game because it's gonna let me have a fat stack of eggs in both of these habitats. So we are gonna start with the White Crown Sparrow, and today is his day to be a useful card. That being said, let's see. Anhinga's use tempting for Fishery. And Fish Crow, yeah. Probably not gonna get that Fish Crow though. We'll be greedy. We'll hold on to the Anhinga. Yeah. I don't know, it's kind of mid. I think I'd rather just play the snipe early. So much easier to get out, and yeah, we're gonna play the snipe. Okay. Similar look to last game. Don't need the fruit. And for now, we don't need the fish. And we'll see. Maybe we can get Fishery Manager. 2 birds isn't that bad. And if, by the grace of God, we get the Fish Crow, hey, we'll be off to a great start. Yeah, I didn't think so. Alright, what are we working with here? Let's go ahead. Let's play this. And we can get started on playing our other birds. Might be time to start busting out the air conditioning. It's getting a little sweaty in here. Doesn't help that I'm just sitting right next to my tower. Hello, Liar77. I believe that is... My eyes are bad. The Ari77. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for chatting. How are you doing? I'm so sorry for getting that wrong. Genuinely, my eyes just suck. How's your day going? Are you having a good one? You must be in a very different part of the world than me, because a space heater is like the last thing I need right now. Take that because we want to use it to play the Sparrow. Honestly, if I could take all the heat in the room that I'm in right now and ship it your way, I would gladly welcome some of your cold. Truly. Hey, Ribbit. Yes, it is bird time. I'm thinking it's bird time. Are you thinking it's bird time? Alright, if Ribbit says it's bird time, folks, I think we're gaming. I think it's bird time. And that bird, this legend, this absolute legend, is Wilson Snipe. 11 degrees? Jesus Christ, is that... I guess I'm outing myself as an American. Is that Fahrenheit or Celsius? Alright, enlighten me. Is that like... That's below freezing? Is that not below freezing? I promise you I'm a person who knows things, but Celsius is not one of those things. And just because people keep asking Ribbit if it's bird time, folks, I'm happy to inform you, it's bird time. Oh man, I gotta watch for this. This is really strong. I gotta start paying attention to what my opponents are doing. Well, at least it's above freezing. Okay, 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Alright, that's not too bad. I saw 11 and I was like freaking out because that would be extremely cold. I love me some sweater weather. As you can tell, it is definitely not sweater weather where I am, but fall is definitely my favorite season. It takes moving away from somewhere that has beautiful falls to somewhere that doesn't really get fall to make you really appreciate it. Alright, Juniper Titmouse isn't bad. I'm thinking it's Juniper Titmouse time, but we're gonna lay some eggs first. Move you down here. Yeah, my partner and I are planning a trip to Europe, and honestly, I planned it during the fall. Because I want to go when it's going to be a little bit chilly and we can walk around and enjoy warm drinks. Because that is just the aesthetic. Carlos, do you do any bird watching? And I'll extend this question to anyone in chat. Does anyone do bird watching? I could really stand to do more of it. Alright, those are both good draws. Move that up to the forest. And skip. My partner gives me crap for this. I never activate these shared powers. I am very greedy. I'm a greedy little lady. What can I say? I don't want to give everyone cards. The quails are genuinely the cutest. I completely agree. I have a very cute hat with a quail on it. I'll have to wear it next time I stream. mean, Ribbit, like you said, dinosaurs are birds. A lot of fans of this game are begging for a, like, extinction, or, like, extinct birds, or, like, prehistoric, kind of cards expansion, which I think would actually be a pretty cute expansion for this game. Although I guess we also have, the dragon one, Wormspan. That kind of goes in that direction, too. Yeah, exactly, Wormspan. It looks really fun. I haven't tried it yet, and as a girly who is freaking obsessed with this game, I don't know what I'm doing. I should try it soon. Have any of y'all gotten a chance to play it? Move you back to the wetland. Take that. Oh my god, I love The Big Year. That's such a good movie. I mean, I just love Jack Black, but... Is Wormspan gonna come to Steam? Is Monster Couch doing a digital version of it? Yeah, the Steam app for Wingspan is really nice. I like it. I just really wish they let you cap the timers for the online. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just my, like, gerbil attention span, but the 5 minutes waiting between turns just drives me nuts. And the fact that if someone leaves, you know, there's not really much of a, like, karma punishment. I don't know. I find playing on this platform to be much more seamless, but the digital app is great for when I just want to veg out and play against some AI. Alright, what the heck am I even doing here? We're gonna play the Juniper Titmouse. Liari, do you have any of the expansions on the app? I picked up Oceania recently and I've been really enjoying it. Thanks for hanging out, Carlos. I hope you enjoy your dinner. Oh, nice. You have all the expansions? That's awesome. I know. I'm a broken record here, but I would love it so much if this platform got the expansions too. I know it'll never happen, but... Or if Monster Couch changed those timers on the online mode. If that ever happens, I actually probably would switch over to playing that more, because the expansions really do add a ton to this game, I think. I mean, Oceania is, like, just a completely different meta. Which, sometimes I have to stop and be like, Jaffles, you're crazy. You're talking about metas in your cute bird board game, but that's just how much I love this game. I play it too much. What else do you like to play on BGA? Maybe we can play a game together sometime. I've played Heat on BGA and Arc Nova. I'm planning on probably doing some Arc Nova content on this streaming channel as well. Heck yeah, Arc Nova's so good. Alright, we're gonna pick up the Cowbird, I think. Chimney Swift. Cowbird would be really good. Thank you so much for the follow. I super appreciate it. So the way I'm running it, I'm doing tabletop streams on Thursdays, and then gaming streams on the weekend. So if you have any interest in watching me play some video games, we'll stream on Sundays. But Arc Nova and Wingspan, Thursdays is where it's at. Alright, we're gonna pick this up. And we'll pick this up too. And I could really just use the extra card. Hate giving other people extra cards, but I could really use that. Yeah, Arc Nova is honestly excellent. Like, Wingspan was my gateway into tabletop gaming, so it will always have a massive spot in my heart. But Arc Nova is just so good. Ugh, I have the physical version too. My partner and I really enjoy playing it. But I would say Wingspan and Arc Nova are probably the best games to play on Board Game Arena. Although Heat is quite fun as well. Make some eggs. I feel like Duck 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 is doing extremely well right now. This is gonna be a pretty hard setup to contest. I feel like I need to leverage my advantage more aggressively with this sparrow. Sea Salt and Paper is one I've seen. It looks very cute. I love the art. Is it like a tile laying game? Whipping crane. Very nice. Card drawing game. Cool. Yeah, I don't think I actually own anything by Pandasaurus, but I always see their games. I find them very appealing. I don't think I'm gonna actually play this. I'd rather play the scissor-tailed flycatcher. We'll move you. So I'm gonna play the Brant. So we'll move you down into the grassland. Took a seed. Must be losing my mind here. Okay, we'll take that. Brand is definitely a situational card. I like this card. I feel like a lot of players don't rank it very highly, but it can be really nice, especially to start with. Oh, we're doing so poorly on Fishery Manager, too. Shoot. Alright, this person's going all in on eggs. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, let's get this branch out there. Finally start to use some of this fruit. That is great. Ooh, 2 fish birds. Tempted to pick those up so we could maybe get a shot at bottom tier Fishery Manager. Oh, my mind has been made up for me. We'll see what else comes out. So back on the topic of birding, I live very close to a wetlands refuge for birds, so I really like to go birding there. I see a lot of American avocets. God, I'm trying to think what else I've seen there. That was the first one I went. I played this game a bunch, and then I went and I recognized the American avocet. I was like, this is fun. I could do this a lot more. Get that out there. That's not bad. Don't think the Inca Dove is honestly gonna be that worth it to play. So I don't really have platform nests. Cowbird feels good. Oh, I'm a dingus. I locked in my sparrow. I meant to move that down there. I think I used all my brain power up on the game with the 500 elo folks. We'll see if we can bring this back, though. Ooh, not what we wanted to see, but that's okay. We'll make it work. Sometimes the bird feeder giveth, sometimes the bird feeder taketh away. Solid catbird. Yeah, this person's just skirted having to use the forest at all the whole game. It's been really nice for them. Kingfisher is a smart play, honestly, because I think more people are going to play birds into their wetlands just based on these goals. Cowbird out. Get some free eggs going from that. That'll be good. Then, honestly, we just need to dig for better cards. I can't believe I locked that sparrow in. I feel so silly. Emma, hello. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing? Are you having a wonderful day? I hope you're having a wonderful day. You know? Sometimes Thursdays are for shenanigans. I'm a firm believer in shenanigans. For folks who are new to the Jaffles lore, Emma is a wonderful artist who drew the buttons that I'm using on my channel. You're just in time, honestly, to see me lose this game. Alright, what are we doing here? We're gonna try to draw better cards. That's what we're gonna do. Ribbit, I feel like you would appreciate this emote that Emma just posted. This feels like a group of people that appreciate good quality frog content. It's not quite a frog, but I've got my little croco banana here. Oh gosh, he's all washed out in the light. Yes. In this house, we respect frog. Thank you. Someone needed to say it. Thank you, Emma. He's one of my best friends. I picked him up at the last anime convention I attended, which I'm a very cool person who does these things in her spare time. And I'll be going to another convention later this month. I'm working on a cosplay for it. I'm very excited. So in our household, one time we had some friends over, and so for me, I am taking the lazy route out, and I purchased the cosplay. I'm gonna be doing some styling for a wig and like making some accessories for it, but the clothing part of it is already taken care of. But my partner is going with me, and she's just getting into sewing. She just bought a sewing machine, so she is actually assembling her cosplay from scratch, and I'm just so impressed. Like, making a thing from scratch, it's like so much work. So I'm hoping to learn from her once I see her put it together and be inspired and try to make something from scratch myself. But right now, I'm going with tried and true, especially because I have like less than 2 weeks until the convention, so it would be a little ambitious of me to try to do something from scratch. Man, this is just... Stop, I'm already dead. This is so good. When people complain about Wingspan egg strategies being too strong, this is what they're complaining about. The other thing that happens with Wingspan games in my household is that we have dumb names for all the birds that we say instead of the birds' actual names. So it's actually, like, I'm not kidding, taking all of my self-restraint not to, like, call this the Hoobie Woobie instead of the Hooded Warbler. Y'all are gonna think I'm losing my mind when I'm just like, we're gonna play Hoobulus Crubulus right next to, I don't think we have any of these that we have good names for, but Hoobie Woobie is a classic. Alright, let's draw some cards. Oh man. These all are not very good. I guess I could just go completely degenerate, play the Bob White and lay eggs for 5 turns. This is the kind of exciting Jaffles gaming content you come here for, right, folks? We'll take Hoobulus Woobulus as well. Alright, I'm not even gonna attempt to say that name out loud. But, hello, Reenie. You came here just in time to see me draw Hoobulus Woobulus. Or the Hooded Warbler. So many cards, no time to play them. Goodbye, Inca Dove. You were bad anyway. Folks who are just joining, my opponents have expertly crafted brilliant, beautiful, excellent egg engines. Meanwhile, I'm just out here drawing 4 cards in round 3. With 2 birds in my forest. Turkey was a pretty good get, though. We'll actually probably be able to play that pretty easily. Need that. It is not. This is a playlist that I've put together that we're listening to. I think BGA actually does have a feature where you can like listen to this through like a proprietary thing. And honestly, this looks like a pretty solid Wingspan soundtrack, but no, we're listening to random Mario RPG music because I love Mario RPG. Yeah, with the Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door remake coming out soon, I've been going through like a I'm obsessed with the Mario RPGs phase again. So I'm just like listening to the soundtracks on repeat. Okay, what am I doing? I want to play the turkey. We'll get that for free. I want to play the Hooby Wooby. Well, we'll hopefully get that for free. Let's see what this reroll does. Alright. Hope for a seed. Let's go. Alright. We will sneed. We will feed. Let's take this. This is just war crimes right here. This is just absolute war crimes. Dear God. Save some for the rest of us, girly. Turkey time. It's time to go back in time to take turkey off the menu or whatever that meme is. Yes, Torby. It is Torby. It is Torby time. Alright, we're gonna, I guess, play it into the... kind of bad either way. We'll do this though. Never seen Freebirds. Looks like an absolutely terrible movie. We're going back in time to the first Wingspan game to take Torby off the menu. Is that what I'm hearing? Thank you, Irene. Honestly, big point bombs are pretty much the only thing I got going for me at this point. Because Fishery Manager did not come together. I guess I could draw the egret. That doesn't feel worth it, though. The Hooby Wooby next. God, do I even have one cavity nest spread? Okay, I have a few. How about my opponents? They're playing oh so skillfully. Oh, one? Okay. Two. Oh, Jesus. So many on Ekta. I hear you, Reen. I totally hear you. It's just wasting an entire turn drawing at this point when I could at least just be getting 5 points a turn, 6 points a turn from eggs. Whereas like take the egret, it costs 2 eggs to play, and it gets me 3 on Fishery Manager. Unfortunately, the math is not mathing for me on that one. If this thing had showed up earlier, though, I absolutely would have grabbed it. I was dumb. I had a Fishery Manager bird in my hand to start with, and I did not keep it. For folks who are maybe not as obsessive about Wingspan as myself and Reen, the rule of 5 is a heuristic that you can use to judge whether a card is worth play. Typically, these cards are worth, basically balanced around being worth 5 points per food spent. So if we look at our friend, the Hooby Wooby here, 7 base points, 3 eggs, brings it up to a total of 10 points per food spent. So as Reen pointed out, I mean, the Snowy Egret, you're getting 4 points for 1 piece of food. You're pretty much getting your worth there right off the bat. And it's quite good, especially in base game where food is really scarce. Yeah, already getting hit with that, GG. No kidding, folks. All right, let's at least qualify for this round end goal. So yeah, generally, if each of your birds that you've played has gotten you 5 points per food at the end of the game, you've played an effective game. Cue the clip where we just say all games are math. Even fun, relaxing bird games. It's all math. Always has been. Oh, I gotta go to the first board game to take math off the menu. Alright, everyone get your pillows out. We're laying eggs one more time. Freebirds just, it looks terrible. Like, which means you definitely have to watch it. Hey, maybe one of these streams I'll play with my viewers. That'd be really fun. And the nice thing about the BGA client is, like, you don't even have to buy a game. Thank you, Johnny Gams. Now, I don't think I actually quite caught that. So what they're going back to the first Thanksgiving? But why? Why would they do such a thing? Okay, thank you for repeating that. I had to hear it a second time just to really internalize the complex politics of taking turkey off the menu by going back in time to the first Thanksgiving. Alright, let's see how badly I lost here. Alright, platform builder makes sense. Historian, ooh. That's a good game. That's like a 90-point game. That's good for base game. I will be amazed if I even cracked 80 points. Total bust on bonus cards. Mediocre round end goals. Yeah, bit of a rough one. I think I could have done better if I hadn't screwed up the migratory bird, but That was my mistake. Anonymous zoologist, nice. Wow, there's a good game. Wow, snuck up on me. What did that person have built on their board? Yeah, I guess those goose setups will sneak up on you too. Pretty strong. All right. All my wonderful friends. I think two games is feeling like a pretty good amount for me today, but if you liked what you saw, if you enjoyed hanging out, you know, we're going to be trying to do these more chill tabletop streams on Thursdays, and then coming back and doing the more high-energy gaming streams on Sundays. So, yes, just like British Parliament. So, yeah. Thank you, folks, for hanging out. Thank you for chatting. Really appreciated having you all here. I promise you I'll do my best to win one next time, but we were playing some pretty high skill opponents today, so you got to see a real tour de force on what the pro wingspanners out there can really do. Thanks, Ribbit. I hope you'll join us next time. And we have an active goal going to try to get to 20 followers, so if you haven't followed and you liked what you saw, you want to get notified next time I fire up the old camera, please feel free to give me a follow. I'd super appreciate it. And I hope